outside. It's not even hot. Really got some cool weather, a little bit of cool weather, and we're blessed to have a wonderful crowd with us again this morning. Again, you're listening to Cumberland County Rise and Shine, that program that we present every second and fourth Wednesday. So make sure you call somebody, tell somebody that the Cumberland County is out sharing great information that will help us to be able to know the resources that's available to us. That's a new program WIDU started back at the end of last year to be able to share with the community different resources that's available. You know, a lot of times there's so much help out there, but we are not aware of the help that's available to us. And so what Cumberland County decided to do was to partner with WIDU to be able to share information that would enable the community to know what's available to them. And the good part about that, a lot of this is free. There's free resources available that will help you. We've been dealing with a lot about the help in different areas. And no less this morning, we are blessed to have with us the health education department with us this morning. But we're going to talk about health. We're going to talk about different resources within the health department to help us with this. And we have the supervisor, Ms. Sheena Butler, with us and her staff crew with her. So we're gonna get into a little bit of help this month. And we know this is really needed with the condition we look at the world, with people now, we're dealing with different health. And this month, we're really focusing on men's health. So again, we're dealing with men's health. You know, Men's Health Month takes place every June, which is a good thing. That's the one thing I didn't know. I know they had different months, but now we already been educated. We know the month of June has been designated as Men's Health Month to raise awareness and about preventable health problems, to encourage early detection. Key areas we're speaking about: early detection, not going to the doctor after you already have sick and can't make it. And we really need to talk about this, because we men, well, that's another whole story. Women will go to the doctors quick. We men, we'll carry it around. I'm all right. So this morning, we're going to try to break that cycle, talk about early detection, treatment of diseases like cancer, heart disease, and depression. Yes, even depression. Deservance focuses on proactive checkups, mental health support, and healthy lifestyle habits for men, boys of all ages. So we're not isolating help just for men, but this month, since we are in the month of June, we are designating this month has already been designated as Help Month for Men. And we have with us two very important people from the health department to be able to help us break through the cycle and understand more about it. I'm gonna start from my near right there. And please introduce yourself. Tell us where you work at, a little bit about the department, and then and how you can be contacted, please.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Dion Francis. I am the fatherhood coordinator for the Healthy Start program here at Cumberland County. Our program is focused on providing resources, education, and support for moms, dads, babies 0 to 18 months in and around Cumberland County, dealing with going through, I should say, the journey of birth. So we focus specifically on infant mortality rate. So all the resources, all the classes, everything we do is focused on reducing the infant mortality rate in and around Cumberland County. You can reach me on my work cell at 910-929-5726. You can also reach me at Dion Francis at cumberlandcountync.gov.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Would you introduce yourself, Miss? We've already met, but give us a little more information.
Hi. Thank you. It's a pleasure and an honor and privilege to be amongst everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to come and speak. My name is Carlotta McCluskey. I am the Healthy Conversations Program Coordinator at the Health Department. I have been with Cumberland County Department of Public Health for 3 years this year. And it's been a joy. So Healthy Conversations is a program targeted to reach to our men, specifically our men of color. We have found through research and data that in our county, in our state, and in our country, really, men, especially men of color, are at a higher risk for developing prostate cancer, being diagnosed at a higher rate, and passing away from the cancer at a higher rate than any other race. Colorectal cancer is another topic that we focus on, not just for our men of color that are dealing with it, but women as well. That is one of the cancers, again, that is at a higher rate for our citizens, our residents of Cumberland County and in our state as well. Another topic that we focus on is heart health. So that can encompass high blood pressure, heart disease, strokes, heart attacks. I think it's a high blood pressure. We have contracted with local barbers. We currently have 20 that are contracted with us. We've taken them through training, basic things to teach them how to have further conversations. They're already talking about it. One of our commissioners, one I love dearly, Commissioner Glenn Adams, spearheaded it along with our admin, Sheena Butler, Dr. Green, Tamara. They thought that we should have something, I'm gonna say, of interest for our county. Another county did facilitate it, and we just kind of piggybacked off of it, and I love it. It's a really great program. We all have some service we go get, whether we go get our feet done or our hair done, go get that haircut, and we'll sit and talk to them. We'll keep a regular scheduled appointment for that, but we have a hard time keeping our doctor's appointments. And so the program is helpful because you're reaching your community, and they're keeping their appointments consistent, and you're reminding them of the preventive measures that they can take. And prevention, as we say, is medicine. It saves a lot of money. So thank you for the opportunity. You can reach me at my work cell, 919-725-7610, office 910-321-6440, email cmccleskey at cumberlandcountync.gov for any further information, or if you would like to partner with us, feel free to contact me on any one of those measures.
Thank you. So it sounds like there's a host of locations where people can have conversations about health. And again, in case you didn't join us at the onset, again, we want to talk about health for everybody, but since June has been designated as Health Month for men, we want to focus a lot about men, and men really need to hear this conversation. So I pray that you call someone, tell someone that they're talking about information that you need to hear. Pastor McAllister, start us off with the first question. We want to get everything from our guests. We're going to squeeze you to get everything out of you that we can get.
Well, first of all, Mr. Francis, could you tell us about the 2026 Men's Health Bruncheon, and what is the purpose of the event, and who are you hoping to reach?
Okay, so the 2026 Men's Health Bruncheon this year is designed to allow a space for men to gather, to come together, to bring some new ideas into how we can focus on creating more resources in Cumberland County for men. The previous event we did last year was more of a health fair. This year is going to be more of like a focus group where we want everybody from all different ages, all different background, all different socioeconomic standings to just come together under one roof and bring some new ideas on how we can create a space to bring resources into Cumberland County for men, because we're realizing that there isn't as many resources tailored to men in this county.
Now who's a part of that, and where's that going to be?
So this event this year will be held at the Cumberland County Health Department, 1235 Ramsey Street, Fayetteville, North Carolina, 28301. It'll be on the third floor in the auditorium, and it'll be on the 19th of June from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's a 2-hour luncheon, and like I said, I just want folks to come in, be in community, and help provide some of those ideas on how we can create a space for men. I'm doing it in partnership with my coworker, Miss Carlotta, who, again, she does Healthy Conversation, so a lot of her barbers, they'll be on site as well. Faith-based organizations will be on site, just a little bit of everybody.
Awesome.
Is there a registration for that, or
So our PIO did create us a flyer. We have me and my coworkers have been doing boots on ground, getting some of those information out. We'll still be doing it again this week, but there is a flyer available. We do have some social media posts available as well. As the county, we have a Facebook and an Instagram. If you go on both platforms, it's ccd.publichealth. It'll come up. You will see the social media posts. There is a QR attached to it. You can sign up that way as well. If you do happen to be out in community and you see one of our flyers around, you can scan it that way. But you can also give me a call or an email. My information is on the flyer as well.
Who can come? How much does it cost? What do you have to wear?
So, again, just like you stated earlier, everything we do in public health is free to the community. It costs nothing for you guys to come out and be in community with us. This year, again, we're trying to focus more on creating that space for men, so I would definitely like to keep it to age 13 and up. Give us some insight on, what y'all want to see for men in the community, because these young men coming up behind us, they're the next generation. So we have to give them a space as well to give their opinion. And dress code, please, just dress appropriate. That's all we ask.
That's appropriate. Okay, amen. We also have joining with us youth pastor Stephanie White. She's a part of the team, and she helps us with this here. She's a marriage and family therapist, so she's in that help thing as well. So again, we bless God for you being able to join with us. So, that's a very, now we could talk about everything else, but this is one thing we really want to, I'm going to keep coming back to that. 19th of June from 11 to 2 at the health department. There's a brunching going on where you're collaborating with any and everyone that want to come in. You prefer 13 and up to come together, and that's to collaborate to say, this is what we need. This is how we can make it better.
Yes, sir.
That we want to come back and hit that off. So you don't want to forget that one. On the 19th of June. 19th of June.
Yeah,
Right, Juneteenth.
men, you get to get some lunch.
And you're gonna get free lunch too.
Get some lunch,
Easy,
man. Men like some lunch.
That's the key word, free. Whenever y'all free, that makes a difference.
Free and food.
Free and food. Amen. And you, Pastor, jump in anytime you see one of the questions that you want to hit in with us. Miss Carlotta, you focus a lot on trying to get the conversation going. Is that challenging with men? Because now, okay, let me put this gingerly.
Just put it out there.
Women are coming together and they'll sit and talk. Men, we come together, we kind of grunt. I'm just honest, man. We're just keeping it out there. How you doing? Fine, cool. Everything well. Just as broke as you can be. Is there a challenge to get? How do you break the ice to get men to come together and start talking health issues? Because, we fine. That's our one word sentence, paragraph, for everything. We don't take us all day long to say what we got to say. But it don't be complete and don't be accurate at the same time.
Well, in my personal experience, and my barbers share with me how they get it started as well, but when you hit it home, when you realize, you have a father, an uncle, a brother, a nephew, and you want them to live a lot longer, you'll have those conversations. It'll break you down a little bit. It'll break you down a little bit. And when I say break you down, I mean it'll open up your eyes and your ears and your heart to receive the information a lot better, and you'll start to open those conversations. So, hey, when's the last time you checked your blood pressure?
Okay.
I hadn't checked my blood pressure in a little while. Okay, well, in our shops, we provide blood pressure cups for all of our contracted barbers. So they have the availability to help their clients check their blood pressure right there.
Let me cut you off for a minute, because now you mentioned all the men, focusing a lot on men, most of them go get their haircuts, beard shave or something.
Right.
And so you focus a lot that you focus with barbershops. You put training in there, and how do you put conversation in the barbershops?
I mean, it's a old age. You go in the barbershop, you sit down.
That's where you sit down and find everything. But now we go and talk a lot about the game and
anything, the game. You start off with that
and all that stuff. We're going to talk about that.
So it could be as easy as, okay, so you mentioned the game. It could be as easy as someone coming down. The playoffs are going on right now. Hey man, you get to watch the playoff game? Yeah. Did you get to watch it with your wife and your son, or the family was together watching it? Yeah, okay. Man, wouldn't it be nice to live a little bit longer for them? Yeah. Well, when's the last time you went and got your prostate checked?
Okay.
It sounds a little random, but you gotta ease it in there.
That's a shift right there. That's a left.
It take a left shift, but you have to work it in there.
You have to plug it in. So what you're saying,
plug
in those thoughts with the topic that's going on.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Plug it in with what you're already having conversations about.
Do
Make it
barbers
easy.
know about this? Okay, let me ask you this. Is there a lot of barbers in Fayetteville? I think you said you probably
It
were
is.
20. I think
It's
one
20,
is-
but there are over close to 400 barbers and stylists in Cumberland County alone.
So that's
it's-
a great point.
It is, yes, sir. It is. So we had to do an interview process. We did air it out, not air it out, but publicize it for people to apply. And based upon those that did show interest, we had an interest meeting, and that's how we selected our 20. We are throughout all of Cumberland County, in the rural parts and in the city parts. We have some in Vander, North Carolina. We have some in Spring Lake, and of course we
Okay.
have centralized in Fayetteville, the city of Fayetteville.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's get this question out also. I think this is Mr. France's question. Could be either one, but I think you serve as the fatherhood coordinator.
Yes, ma'am.
With the Health Department's Healthy Start program. How does your work connect to this event and its mission?
So part of this connection that we are making, because in my role as the fatherhood coordinator, I am that bridge for the dads. I basically try to bring all the resources in the community under one roof for them. I also provide mentorship, social works in a sense for them, health education classes. So this is designed to create that network, to make sure that they meet some of those community folks that they've never seen come into that space and just connect. You know, they might not be going to church right now if that is their preferred religion, and then they might make a connection there with someone, and next thing you know, now you're in that church. That church is helping you with other issues that you have. Or it could be a barber. They might, not have a barber yet. Or they have a barber, but they don't talk to them about those issues. Well, guess what? This barber's trained to talk about certain issues, things going on in the community. You can make that connection with them there. Providing resources, just coming in and saying, okay, I need help with car seat.
Right.
Something for instance. Well, let me find out what organizations out here are able to help you get that, and you're not running around the entire Cumberland County doing that for
Right.
yourself. I'm that point man. I'm doing the legwork for you.
That is wonderful. That's
Wonderful.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's true.
So with the event, the bruncheon that's coming up, I know there's going to be services and screenings. What types will be there?
So this one, unfortunately, is not going to have any services and screenings. We didn't
Okay.
advertise it this year on this flyer.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that question. That was on the last year's when last year we had a full men's health fair. Then we had those services, those things available. This year at this event, this is more of a collaboration to see how we can bring some of those resources.
Well, let me ask you this though, in regards to that, I know there's a lot of different skits and parodies and comedy related to men's health across social media. Saw a funny one with a comedian named Kev on stage, and he went to get his exam, and a lot of men kind of gave him some grief about that procedure. So what would you say when it comes to screenings? What are some of the greatest fears or concerns that men have?
Look, I'm gonna tell you this right now. The greatest fear that
They
most
gonna
men
find something.
look, and it's not so much. It's the stereotype that if a man, lets a doctor examine his prostate, and somehow that makes him into a different sexual orientation. It does not. As a 41-year-old man, as a veteran, I've had to have it done.
Right.
Look, my doctor, I call him Dr. Sausage Fingers for a reason. That man got some big old hands. But guess what? I go in there, we have that conversation, and yeah, at first I seemed nervous, I seemed, apprehensive. I actually ended up taking my wife with me.
Okay.
She was in the room to just make it a little bit less
Comfort, yeah.
uncomfortable, just having another person in that space. So if you have to, take somebody. Look,
Right.
in the great words of Tupac Amaru Shakur, we all got our name from our women because we came from women. So guess what? Take a woman with you,
Right.
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Right. So you're referencing some really good
Everybody
stuff.
knows a woman in their life. Every man got a sister, a cousin, an auntie, a grandma, a mom.
I was thinking that when she was saying how kind of the conversation that barbers, he asked how do barbers kind of facilitate the conversation. I think that really is a lot of women that kind of urge, men maybe can tap into that more vulnerable side of who they are around their women. Even though the stereotype is that men
Right.
want to be, macho, yes.
Right. Prideful, I'm not gonna say prideful, but
Yeah, but the truth is, they are more able to access that vulnerable side
right.
with the women that are in their lives. And so I would think that, women can be coached as well to have these conversations with them about, it's time to get time to go to that appointment, we know one gentleman, he said he doesn't take anyone with him to his appointment. So it might be kind of hard getting that message across.
Yeah.
But I think just coaching everybody to have that conversation. Will that kind of be the gist at the bruncheon? How to have those conversations?
Some parts of it will be, again, how to have those conversations. And
Knowing the signs and symptoms
yep.
of the things that you're talking about is very important.
Signs
and that's
and
what
symptoms
we
is
take
key. Yeah.
Very key, and that's one of the
I think
things
it's
we
probably an
definitely.
easier way to kind of have
It
the
is.
conversation. Are you feeling this, or have you experienced that? Well, it could be.
And then the women, like you said, if we know the signs and symptoms of, for example, prostate cancer, erectile dysfunction,
Yes.
You're having a hard time keeping your stream when you're using the bathroom, or you're seeing blood in your urine, or you have a little slight back pain, you want to look for those signs and symptoms, and our spouses is a good source of that.
Yes.
On the other end too, for
Certainly.
women, some women who have significant others, they'll find the breast lump sooner than the actual person will. You hear that sometimes, but you're right. There's a correlation, and both men and women need to know the signs and symptoms to help a brother or an uncle, or dad out.
I'm gonna make sure you go get a haircut.
That's a good place to take a break. Right there. Again, you're listening to Rise and Shine, Cumberland County Rise and Shine, a new program that we created to share with the community different resources that's available within the county, resources that we are unaware of, a lot of free resources to help us. And this month it's been declared as the month of June as Health Month for Men. So we're focusing directly on men. We've got to take a quick break. Call on a man that's not listening, because we need to take better care of ourselves if we're going to be around. There's a stigma that women usually live around longer than men. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna catch up. But we got to listen to what's going on. So please stay tuned. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna be right back.
The Senate Rules Committee on Tuesday approved House Bill 301, which would ban social media access for children 13 and under and require parental consent for teens between 14 and 16. The U.S. military said Tuesday that it had begun strikes against Iran following the crash of a U.S. Army Apache helicopter off the coast of Oman that President Trump blamed on the Islamic Republic. House Speaker Mike Johnson says a $70 billion bill to fund immigration enforcement agencies is headed to President Trump's desk. North Carolina State University is investigating whether Louisiana State University improperly persuaded basketball coach Will Wade to break his contract with the Wolfpack to return to the Bayou after one season in Raleigh. Emerald Isle Police Chief Michael Panzarella has been honored by the community as he prepares to retire after more than 30 years in law enforcement. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
I'm Jamie Monticelli, WIDU Radio News. The Cumberland County Board of Education has unanimously approved Strategic Plan 2026 to 2031, the path to CCS excellence, a community-driven roadmap that'll guide Cumberland County schools over the next 5 years. Rooted in the theme, One Vision, One Journey, Success for All, the new strategic plan was shaped by broad stakeholder input gathered through the Bracey On-Board Listening and Learning Tour, surveys, focus groups, steering committee meetings, and ongoing community conversations. Students, families, staff, and community partners all helped identify the priorities that will guide the district's next chapter. Fayetteville firefighters and partners from around the county had the unique opportunity to perform live fire training in preparation for advanced fire investigation training over the next couple of days. Learning to become a fire investigator requires real-world advanced training, which allows firefighters the chance to study fire behavior and other skills to provide investigative scenarios. From WIDU Radio, I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Definitely feeling the added humidity on this Wednesday morning. Most of us staying dry for the morning. We'll see some scattered showers and storms developing late afternoon into the evening. Prior to that, high temperatures between about 88 and 92 degrees. Overnight, we're in the low to mid 70s with maybe a few stray showers. Then it's near record heat Thursday afternoon. High temperatures mid to upper 90s. Chance for a few hit or miss evening storms. I'm meteorologist Chris Michaels in the NCN Weather Center.
If you can no longer work because of illness or injury, you should be collecting Social Security disability insurance benefits. Call Brent Adams now for a free consultation. Don't give up just because you've been turned down. Brent Adams has helped thousands collect full disability benefits, even after they've been turned down. Call now, 910-888-8888. Don't hesitate. Call 8. At Brent Adams & Associates, we make things right.
Hello, my name is Pastor G.M. Thompson, the pastor of New Beginning Christian Faith Center. We're located at 4326 Coventry Road. Our order of services are, we have Sunday morning Sunday school at 9:30 a.m., morning worship at 11 a.m. We have Wednesday Bible class at 7 p.m. Our motto is, it's all about God. You're welcome anytime. Come and join us. You will be blessed of the Lord.
Praise the Lord, everybody. And again, I say praise the Lord. This is Bishop John Price Sr., host of the Arrow of Deliverance radio broadcast, heard every Sunday right here at WIDU. Again, the Arrow of Deliverance radio broadcast every Sunday morning from 10:30 to 11 a.m. And I'm inviting you to tune in. We have preaching, we have teaching, inspiration, information. So why don't you meet me here Sunday mornings, 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m., the Arrow of Deliverance radio broadcast. And until then, be blessed in the name of the Lord. Shalom. Shalom.
This is Pastor Sarah Alford, and you are listening to Wake
Looking
Up.
for ways to save energy and learn more about your utility services? Join Fayetteville PWC at the Free Power and Water Conservation Expo Friday, June 26th from 11 until 3 at Bordeaux Public Library. Stop by anytime for energy-saving tips, giveaways, and to meet PWC experts. Don't miss it. Visit faypwc.com for details.
This is Apostle Norman Wilson Neal
and Evangelist Carolyn Murphy
of Word of Life Teaching and Deliverance Broadcast, and you are listening to Wake Up.
This is Sarah Alford, and I am the pastor of Joy Fellowship Outreach Ministry, located at 18336 Highway 87 West, Tar Heel, North Carolina, and I am excited to be a part of Wake Up.
Again, thank you for staying tuned. Again, you're listening to Rise and Shine, Cumberland County. I'm co-pastor Al McAllister here with my senior pastor, Dr. Teresa McAllister, our youth pastor, Pastor Stephanie White, and with the public health department dealing with health for men. You know, the month of June, one thing I did not know, the month of June has been decreed and declared as Men's Health Month. So men, we have an entire month that's been committed to us to help us get on track to take better care of ourselves. There's a stigma, it's not a stigma, it's scientifically that women usually live better than men. I think God created all of us, we can live the same amount of time. Mm-hmm. But maybe because we're not doing all the things we need to do, that came about that we live less years, a short amount of time. But we're gonna try to fix that. And we have experts here to help us figure out what's going on wrong, how to fix the problem, because we're going to take over. We're going to be the long livers.
We're going to live together.
Yeah.
That's right. We're going to live together.
We want you to be able to enjoy that insurance a little bit longer than what you've been enjoying it. So we got to figure out how to do this. But we got some help here today with us, Mr. Dion and Ms. Carlotta from the health department, to be able to help us figure out what's going on wrong and what we can do. Which one of you want to throw the first question in?
Let me ask about your with the bruncheon that's coming up. What is? I know you organize your obviously your lives around this particular topic and goal of bringing health to the community. So at the bruncheon, what's the key takeaway, or one of the key takeaways that you want people to walk away with?
One of the key takeaways I want folks in Cumberland County, specifically men, single fathers, living in unique situations, male support persons, is that mothers tend to have a lot easier time navigating a lot of the social norms when it comes to resources, because there are ingrained systems already created for mothers in that space, whereas for fathers, it's very limited. So I definitely want them to come together as a community so we can build partnerships, stay focused on the mission, like the pastor said, of bringing healthy ideas, healthy new innovations for men, so we can build that process up in Cumberland County. I want it to be the ground zero in North Carolina. You know, we got 100 counties. Well, guess what? We're gonna be the 1% that starts it here.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's go. This question is for both of you, and you can tell more about your different departments that you work in are different. So they're not combined, but they're different as you talk more about your organization as well as you. But the question is, where can listeners go to learn more about Healthy Start, men's health resources, and other services offered by the health department?
So, of course, you can always visit the Cumberland County website. If you go on the Cumberland County website, which is www.cumberlandcounty.gov/health, on the left-hand side, we do have our margins and all our different departments. You can go under there. Healthy Start is one of the community services on there. If you want more information about our program, you can fill out a request on there. We can always get it out to you. If any organization would like brochures and resources about our programs, Health Ed also has a form on their side of the site, which is also on the Cumberland County website. You can just fill out a request form and we can get those resources to you. Or you can just email us. We do have an email. It is healthystart@cumberlandcountync.gov. Or again, you can reach out to me, Dion Francis, the Fatherhood Coordinator, at 910-929-5726.
Wonderful. Okay. What about you, Carlotta? How can people learn more about Healthy Conversations? And can you tell us a little bit more? It's very obvious what Healthy Start is about as far as the tangible resources. Tell us a little bit more about what Healthy Conversations is and how people can get more information about it.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Healthy Start and Healthy Conversations both are under the umbrella of the Cumberland County Department of Public Health, two separate programs. Okay. Healthy Conversations is literally what it says. It's teaching people through our contracted barbers how to have healthy conversations inside for yourself, of course, knowing when to get the screenings, when to do the preventive measures, simple things, taking your blood pressure, eating better, becoming a better advocate of health for yourself. If it's someone who wants to stop smoking, what does that look like for you? Someone who wants to stop drinking, what does that look like for you? And of course, we do have our three main topics. We have those topics for a reason, because those are the top three things that we found through research, and of course just the data that we're collecting throughout the county of what our residents are dying from, and those are the three top things. So anything heart related, heart attacks, strokes, high blood pressure, of course prostate cancer, colorectal cancer. Those are not the limits that we keep them to. They can talk about anything with their clients. Mental health is a big one. People are going through a lot of things, and honestly, if you're mentally not okay, then you're more than likely to not put your health physically at the top as well. You know, you're just trying to stay alive.
Yes.
Have you been able to put your finger on why men are reluctant to engage?
There's a few reasons. When you look at the barriers, and it's not just for men, women bear a lot of things also when it comes to roles and responsibilities, but men for sure, as Dion mentioned, that there are more resources for women, and then we actually use them.
Okay.
I say that jokingly, but when you look at the data, even prostate cancer, colorectal cancer, the cancer cells themselves do not metastasize as quickly as breast cancer, for example, or other cancers that can just divide quickly and keep going. It's a slower progression of a cancer cell. So with that being said, if we can get our men to know the signs and symptoms of what's not going right with my prostate, and if they act on it quickly, meaning if you notice something, go ahead to your doctor now.
So it sounds like maybe they deal with symptoms a lot longer.
Than
they should.
Right. They hold on to it years even.
Years.
And so one of the barriers is just not going to the doctor themselves. You may have insurance, paying all that money for a premium, just not going. Maybe you don't have the time. Men are providers for sure, so they're working.
What are some of the key signs that should alert us to go? Sometimes we feel a little pain, brush it off.
Right.
What are some of the things that we should really focus on that we are feeling that should say, I need to do something about this? Whether it be blood or whatever. What should we notice that would alert us? Basically, is that a wide open question?
So just like you said earlier, I believe women and men were meant to live unanimously around the same time, right? It wasn't one lived longer than the other. So our body, similarly, when we give pain, is telling us something is wrong, right?
Okay.
We're not meant to experience pain.
So that's a key. Pain
Something is
saying
wrong.
something is wrong.
Something is
if you had to
wrong.
get a message out, that should be a flag.
Something
if
is
there's
wrong.
pain, there's something wrong.
Something
I
wrong.
think,
Your
too,
body's telling
maybe
you
to
something's
know
going wrong.
how to articulate the pain. Because
Correct.
sometimes, a lot of times if you Google or look up things about pain, it says, well, this is normal for, this age or this stage.
Dr. Google will get you in trouble.
Yes, will get you. You either dying or you're okay.
Listen.
And so I think also helping them know how to actually specify what kind of pain, what the pain feels like, how recurrent is it, how often does it happen in your body, what those things that indicate something more than you did too much in the yard yesterday.
So part of the unique circumstances in Cumberland County, it's only covered by almost 13% of the U.S. is that there's a military base here.
Yeah.
So besides the fact that, men, we already don't, we're ingrained that we're the providers. We have to keep doing. The military has a whole different aspect in it where it's suck it up and drive on.
Yeah.
As a vet myself.
Yeah.
So you put those two things together where it's like, hey, you're the provider, you're not supposed to take time off of work, and then you have this organization saying, hey, we are building you to tolerate that pain, to not go to sick call even though it's available, to
when you feel something, don't be a sissy.
Yep. So we have to break up that mentality.
Okay.
First of all, when in men, when it comes to them talking about their health, because as a soldier myself, like I said, vet, I went through that mentality where I don't want to talk to nobody about nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, guess what? My sister was like, hey, go talk to a therapist. Go
Right.
talk to this person. Go talk to that
So
person.
the women can help
Change
us
your
get
mindset
that.
a bit,
Them
and they
sisters
can.
really-
And most of the therapists that I connect with
Women.
are women. I've had a few male therapists. I didn't connect with them as well. I feel like the women listened a little bit better.
Create that space.
Right.
Yep.
Safe space.
Say it, and there's no solution finding or just say it.
Just say it.
Yeah.
And that lines up with this next question. Are there any myths or misconceptions about men's health that you hope to address through this event? Sometimes there's a myth or some misconception, when it concerns men's health. So anything you plan to kind of address that feeling?
Yes, and that goes back to, again, men being that macho, that we gotta hold it down. We're the foundation, and we gotta hold everything up. Well, guess what? Foundations crack.
They do.
You have to fix them.
Right.
And part of that, part of that addressing the issue is knowing the proper contractor to go to get the help.
So your mental health and emotional health wellness will be at the brunch?
Yes, yeah, we'll talk about all those things in person as well. Talking about
That's awesome.
how to address your mental instability,
Especially
as far as
the mental, because a lot of people just don't put two and two together.
Right.
How a negative emotion literally triggers a sequence of events in your body that it tells your body that you're under attack.
Right.
So all the cells and organisms that are not supposed to be, marching forward, they show up ready for battle.
Right.
And that's because, well, partly we have these negative emotions that we don't simply say, I'm feeling angry right now.
Right.
Or I'm feeling I'm feeling anxious, whatever the emotion might be, not identifying it and saying, this is what I'm feeling right now. Let me pause and tend to this emotion.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's not good for us to stay in the fight and flight mode.
Right.
We shouldn't
But we do
stay,
so much.
So we stay in that so much. I think that also overcompensates in our mental health.
Right.
Because we're always in that fight and fight mode.
Right.
And so need to be able to calm down and real quickly with this. Even sometime in the commercials, we can be, Mr. Commercial can get us in trouble too. We can watch a commercial and it starts telling you about a specific pain, different that, and next thing you say, I have that. I have that. So we need to keep a balance when it's pain. Keep a balance because pain is also a part of life. You do feel pain at times, that's normal too. But some of us go to everything we watch on the commercial. We trying to and then that'll make you, stimulated.
There are stigmas, as Dion said, especially the prostate cancer one. It's huge.
I think y'all are on to something awesome in partnering with the different barbershops to use that as a venue to try to get the word out about health.
Yes.
How intense is that? Do you listen to the, like let's say you're partnering with barbershop ABC. Do anyone from the health department ever go and sit and watch? Is that really happening, what we're trying to do? Because, like you said, that's the venue at a game and at a barbershop where the men hanging out at.
Yes, there have been several different occurrences. So we've had community outreach at barbershops. One in particular, Roel Ortiz, his shop is downtown Fayetteville. We've had 2 or 3 community outreach events there in partnership with Fayetteville State. I go in there often, and it is so refreshing to hear the conversations where men are just open and they're quote unquote letting their hair down to just talk about basic stuff, how hard fatherhood things can be, just being a dad, just the pressure of having to work 2 jobs or 12-hour shifts, finding time for themselves. Men want self-care too, and just hearing those conversations, let alone going to their doctor to get their screenings or knowing about their family history. Granddad may have had prostate cancer and they never knew about it, but because they had a conversation with their barber, now they are aware. And we have had men to have found out that it is a part of their bloodline.
Well, let me ask you this question. We know a friend that's a barber, a part of our ministry. So if we wanted to just, how would we go about if we wanted you to come in and just have those healthy conversations?
Get them engaged with this.
Get them engaged with that.
So my phone number, I will share that again, but you can also go on our website at the health department. We have a page for healthy conversations and just fill out the questionnaire and I'll get in contact with you or your organization for us to come out and have any healthy conversation. We also have outreach at our barbershops. So please continue to look at our social media platforms because we do have outreach with them periodically.
Now, there are a lot of single moms with sons.
Right.
How do you reach those? Do you reach those boys through the moms? How do they know what's going on? How can we tie that in?
So a lot of it has to do with being in community as well.
Right.
A lot of the single moms tend to be just like the dads. They're working 1 or 2 jobs. They don't have time for doing things with their sons. Well, guess what? I encourage a lot of parents to sign their kids up for a sport at any rec center in Cumberland County. You can sign up at any rec center as long as you're willing to drive for the practice and the games. They used to be limited to your area. Now you can sign up anywhere. Start there. Just sign them up for 1 sport. And then from that one sport, I've noticed that it builds a network for those parents to have somebody to, hey, our kids been playing for a few years together. Well, guess what? If I need you to go pick my son up from school, if you don't mind, because I've known you, I've vetted you, do you mind if I add you to the school, roster to help me out? Because I do it. Right. I've coached at Lake Rim for youth sports. Both my sons have played sports there, and a lot of their friends are the same kids that they came up with. Mm-hmm. And guess what? I'm on the roster to go pick them up just in case something happened, because those parents know that Coach Francis got their kids. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to leave them, because we'll build our community up just by ourselves. And if you need help building it, again, reach out to us at Cumberland County Health Department. A lot of it comes down to the single moms being in that space to ask for help. Because a lot of them don't want to ask for the help as well, because they might feel vulnerable, or they might have had an experience where somebody took advantage of them in the past when they did ask for help, and now they're closed off.
So for that parent right now, the single parent school is out right now, they're looking for their kids something to do, and the kids just find him a place to go hang out. How can they make it more than just finding a place to go hang out, but like I said, to make that connection?
A lot of things in this county comes down to funding, man. We have to fund spaces for these kids to be able to, meet. I remember growing up, we used to have Boys and Girls Club, the outdoor pools, we'd hang out there. Man, I used to be at the playground with my buddies all day.
Well, this is a good point in time. You're saying funding. With only about 4 minutes left, with your job, what is the biggest challenge you face right now, and what can be done to help that?
And if I may add on to that, I wanted to ask Ms. Carlotta, when it comes to funding, is there, I know it's a grant, are there chances for that to expand and to continue?
With public health, we do have a lot of grant-funded positions or funding that may come from external sources. Yes, if there are any opportunities for anyone to donate lump sums of funding to go towards programming, we will never turn it down.
I'm wondering if it's going to expand to maybe beauty shops, beauty salons.
That is something that I can't answer completely right now, but that is the hope, that the programming continue, that the impactfulness, the evidence-based side of it be shown, and that it does continue, and it will expand. Our hope is to open it up to other barbers and stylists throughout Cumberland County, not just the 20 that we had currently contracted with. But yes, that is the hope, and yes, we would love to get more funding.
What's the address for the health department again now?
1235 Ramsey Street, Fayetteville, North Carolina, 28301. And I'm going to piggyback off of what Ms. Carlotta was saying. Just besides the funding, one of the challenges we have in our program with Healthy Start is connecting with that preconception group of folks, i.e. the young ladies, the young men, the folks that have never had a baby before or ever been pregnant, and providing that education to them on, pregnancy and what entails in that journey. Because a lot of them don't get that concept of, having a baby. It takes a strain on the woman's body, but also the dad's mental, proper diet, things of that nature that comes with the journey of childbirth. So reaching that preconception crowd and just creating a space for them to come talk to us,
Time has already elapsed. A lot more information you need to know about, and you can find that information on the 19th of June right at the health department, starting from 11 to 2 o'clock, 11 to 1 p.m. There's going to be a humongous brunching going on for men, for young boys ages starting from age 13 and up, and what they're coming together to do to collaborate to say, what can we do to help our young men? There's going to be a litany of resources available. It's going to have a free lunch, but it's just going to say, let's come together and talk. Let's figure out how can we better do what we do to help our young men take care of themselves. Don't miss that date. That's going to be on 19th of June at the Health Center located at 1235 Ramsey Street here in Fayetteville. And again, you need to be there if you're a civic leader, any type of leader. Is that for men and women or just for men now?
I'm focusing just on the men. We want to create a space so we can create those resources.
Okay.
And let me just
Don't be
ask
showing
you-
up in there, Sheila.
No, but let me ask this question also with that. If someone can't attend, are there ongoing programs or resources
Yes.
through Health to Start?
Yes, they
Or
can reach
Start
out
or
to
the
me.
Health Department?
Yes, ma'am. They can reach out to me, again, Dion Francis, on my cell at 910-929-5726 or dfrancis@cumberlandcounty.gov, and I can provide some of those resources to them as well for ongoing support.
Again, you've been listening to Cumberland County Rise and Shine. We bring this program together every second and fourth Wednesday at 9 a.m. We bring different resources available within the community, help the community. Again, call somebody, tell somebody. On 19 June, you need to be there to be able to help our young men live better and do better. And continue to stay tuned to WIDU, a radio station that's knowledge-based, issue-driven, where we continue to bring information that will help our community. Our time is already elapsed. Again, we thank you from the Health Department, Ms. Carlotta and Mr. Francis, for being with us under the direction of Ms. Butler and the entire Health Department. God bless you. Continue to have a great day. It's 10 o'clock.